The fourth quarterfinal is usually my favorite quarterfinal in Jeopardy tournaments, but especially so tonight. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams. The reason it's usually my favorite quarterfinal is when you go into the fourth quarterfinal, you only know 3 of the semifinalists. But after tonight, we'll know 6, the 4 winners so far, and the 2 highest scorers among non-winners, because no one can catch them. Gives us a little better view of what the semifinals might look like. It tells us who's eliminated, and it gives us some cause for concern for the other 2 players who are still in wildcard positions but risk getting bumped off. I really like tonight's game. It was a good game, especially Gus. Gus was just reeling things off. Sarah was being aggressive with daily double wagers when she needed to be. That last daily double that she got was basically all you could ask for in a quarterfinal. You can name your price. Basically, if you want $16,000, if you think that's enough for a wild card, you can wager to get there. You still got a few clues left to get to $10,000 if you miss, or whatever amount she would have been down to and had a chance to get up. And if you get it wrong, you can still double up, throw a Hail Mary pass, as we've seen a few players this week do. One thing I got to say about all 3 players, that if I were to give advice to anyone going on the show, I would use as an example of something not to do. You might have noticed, it was especially pronounced with Gus because he likes to move around a lot, and he's very animated when he talks. Whenever the players would get called on, they'd go from looking at the board to looking at Alex. I don't know if it's just an eye contact thing or what, but a few reasons I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's not really the time to be polite, if you know what I mean, but turning back and forth can cause some confusion for you. It might throw you off your game a little bit. What also might throw you off your game is having Alex looking up from his board directly in your eyes. It's kind of like hitting a toad. You don't want to do that either. And if you're looking at the board, you probably have your answer queued up, and you can be looking around the board for where you want to go next. If you want to jump around, or if you're finishing a category and want to go somewhere else, it can keep your flow up as well. So I think a lot of players do this, but it seemed especially visible tonight. Gus is good here at 26. If he waged anything, I'm not going to be too happy. Sarah's good at 16,000. She doesn't know that, but looking at the scores coming in, she should feel pretty comfortable. Hannah at 7,400 is going to want to double up, and it's good she has 7,400 and not, say, 7,000, because that's going to move her from first to fourth if she's right. So she doubles up for in the wildcard standings. 14.8. If I'm Sarah, I'm probably just going to cap it at 11.99. I don't see a reason to go more aggressive than that. Maybe you think it's a strong field, in which case, yeah, maybe she goes for some number that she likes. I won't fault her for going for more, because there have been wildcard cutoffs that have been higher than this. Not too many, but they exist, and everyone comes in with his or her own number in mind. So, yeah, I'm hoping that, I don't know, Gus could wager a little something, maybe, $3 or $4 in case Sarah goes for 46.01 or something along those lines. Where am I? Here we go. But yeah, good game by all 3, and I'm excited to see what happens here. Whenever you're ready, TV. There we go.
He mentioned that the winner of the college championship will receive $100,000 in cash, a beautiful trophy to take home, his name or her name inscribed on the big trophy, which remains here at our headquarters because it's way too big and too heavy to carry anywhere outside our studio. Second place finisher winds up with at least $50,000, a minimum guarantee of $50,000, and the third place finisher with a minimum guarantee of $25,000. And the players who are eliminated as semifinalists next week all go home with $10,000. So there's a lot of cash involved. Today, we are dealing with 19th century books in our final.
Not to mention a spot in the TOC.
Instinct, hybridism, and geographical distribution are chapters in this book. 30 seconds, good luck.
best guess I can put down. That's a long title. Geographical distribution, hybridism. I was thinking Mendel, but then you got to go to
You were in third place with
evolution.
7,400, and you wrote down this as your response. What is the origin of species? Charles Darwin's book. You are correct. And you will almost double your score. You'll move up to 14,400.
I put on the origin of species, and that is a...
16,000 was in second place, and she wrote down, what is on the origin, oh darn, of the species? The addition of the makes it incorrect.
That's a bummer.
Ooh, yes, I know.
Don't wager big.
And it's going to
Nice wager.
That's not too bad.
Nice wager.
14,801. You're still in second place as we come to Gus. He had the lead, young man from Stanford. Did he come up with the origin of species? He did, and his wager, 1,600.
Nice, dude. Great wager. And I'll tell you why I like that wager is because when I was going to Final Jeopardy in my quarterfinal, I had it locked up at 18,400, and I wagered 28-22 just because I liked the 22,222. And now I know who I'm rooting for in the rest of the tournament. I swore I thought it was on the origin of species, but I guess it wasn't. So maybe I had the alternate title. I'll go look that up and deal with that separately. At least I'm not the only one who added a word. But Sarah's into the next round. Great wager by her. Good wager by Hannah. I mean, that was $1 less wouldn't have worked out so well, but she is now the top wild card player, and she is in, as is, God, I keep forgetting, is it Kate? Yeah, Kate from Tuesday's game. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her name. The reason was I didn't watch it here. I watched it elsewhere, so I guess I can't go back and look on my DVR. Well, I still have it, I guess. Enough excuses for me. I have no excuses for misremembering names, but congrats to all three. All three are moving on. We know that all three will be in different semifinals, so that really narrows down the possible matchups that we can see in the second round. 6 in the semifinals now, and 3 spots left. Our 2 other 14,400 players are biting their nails, and our 14,000 player not very happy with himself right now. Sucks. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow, and I hope you will join me then for the concluding quarterfinal right here on the Final Wager.